Whoa, I'm up here now.
Whoa, when did I get here?
Hello, everybody. I am Uncle Slam. We just saw Game 28 Rail Heist. We're about to get into Game 29 Vanger. But we do have a new face on the couch. Technically two on the couch, but y'all want to say hi?
Hi, I am Hewhoamareismyself. I play this game a lot, mostly in bingo format. Spooty once described my Vanger gameplay as a little uncomfortable, but I'm here anyway.
Well, I'm Spooty. I'm still here. I actually came up with the current route for this, and I am the world record holder, so I would have said until a few weeks ago when the guy in the chair up there dethroned me, but I'll be back for it.
Did I do that?
And I am Keeny. I've discovered a few of the skips in this game. This is probably my second favorite speedrun game in the collection.
Yep, so we're just going to open the game here. So to give a brief idea of what you're going to look at here, Vanger is like the big traditional Metroidvania of UFO 50. So if you're a fan of Super Metroid, you're going to see a lot of that here. Also, VVVVV, which funny enough is next in the marathon. You'll see what I mean when I say that here. But real quick, the category I'm running is Cherry. That is effectively the 100% version of this category. So I need to do three main things. One, I need to collect all of the collectibles. Every single one, we'll talk about what they are as we get into the game. Two, I need to see the entire map, so the entire map screen of all 4 sectors needs to be shown. And 3, I need to actually beat the final boss and beat the game. With that said, this is a very dense game, so we'll be talking a lot, especially in the first several minutes. So if you guys see something that you like, just clap. If we describe a trick, we pull it off, and then we just keep talking, clap. There is very little in terms of downtime in this run, so if y'all want to get wild, please do. Send me your energy. With that all set, you guys ready for Vanger?
Yeah.
All right. In that case,
wild,
let's get
buddy.
down to it. That's a wild, buddy. So time will be as soon as you see the words Theta Sector on screen. So I'll give as best a countdown I can, but with that all out of the way, let's Vange in 3, 2, 1. Let's jam. All right, so I mentioned VVVVV before. That game comes up because we can flip the gravity like so. Granted, we can only do it when we're midair, like that. Not when we're just flat on the ground, but yeah, and you can also see there's a lot of visual representation of Super Metroid as well. Right now, though, you'd think we'd have a lot of abilities. Right now, all we can do is shoot and flip the gravity. Spooty, do you want to talk about the flexi mods and why those are so important?
Yeah, well, that's actually our first goal is going to be go get the heat mod. So basically, the way the game's power-up system works is there are 4 flexi mods you can collect: the heat mod, force mod, multi-mod, and pulse mod. Each of these mods has 3 different slots you can equip them to: the gun, the gravity, and the body. So we'll be coming up on heat. We're after a little side trip here, since this is Cherry. We need to go collect all the items, and there's an out-of-the-way energy upgrade here. Energy just being our health system here. Just go through this door and grab it. But after this, we'll be heading straight to the heat mod room, which will spend most of the run equipped to the gun, giving us fire bullets that double our damage output on our basic shot. So there's, but you can freely switch between those 3 slots at every save point at the biopods. A little bit of a skip here. We're going to bait this guy to shoot down here and jump just so that we can damage boost through that platform. Saves the time of needing to go and kill both those crawlers and deactivate those red walls. And we're coming up on another skip right here. We're going to try and pause frame perfectly as we enter this screen. And if we do get it just right, we should see something interesting happen. Generally takes a few tries. Again, this is frame perfect. I want to stress this, but this room here is a huge meandering maze of enemies, and you have to kill enemies to lower these red walls to make progress. There's electric barriers everywhere that you can't get through.
Come on, girl.
Man, would you believe it? This man pulled this off second try in practice. But a frame perfect trick is a frame perfect trick, and yeah, there's not a super great there.
Whoa!
So you'll notice everything's gone now. And that is, yeah, if you pause on the same frame you finish a room transition, it will just skip the step where it populates the room with all of the entities, including enemies, electric barriers, those red wall barriers that need enemies defeated to lower. You might think that sounds like a super powerful trick and we're going to be abusing it all the way through the run. And oh no, we're going to have to watch Uncle Slam struggle his way through frame perfect pauses the entire run. Actually, no. though, this is literally the only time this comes up because it also prevents items from spawning everywhere. And it also despawns the door transitions. The only exception are the doors that are in the background. And that is the one room where that is useful because of that.
Shoutouts as well to the person who found that. Keeny?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Replacing another skip, also already known as Keeny skip.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but there used to be a different trick you did in that room where you just navigated through blind in an unloaded part of the room to
Speaking
do
of
a similar
skips.
sort of thing.
Yeah, so this is where if you saw a cherry run at as of a month and a half ago, we would have gone to Latom sector instead of Verde. And right there, damage boosting through those spikes allows us to completely sequence break this Verde sector area. We go through this area in the reverse intended order, taking the secret passageway through the blocked by an explosive barrel here to get level 2 access. Level 1 access, never knew her. But
we never will.
And we never will. We will have to poke our head into the room that has level 1 access later just for map completion, but we're never going to get it. It saves a ton of time. And yeah, this reverse entry means we're going to be getting to the Force mod pretty quickly, and which is the entire reason I rerouted this to do Verde earlier, because the Force mod is busted.
You want to use the Force.
It is so strong. I can't stress enough how powerful Force mod is, and you'll see why once we get it and get the chance to equip it. I think that while we make our way towards the Force mod, this is a perfect time for a couple of donations.
Oh, we have way more than a couple, but I'll get some in. I have $10 from Eden. The UFO 50 community is literally the best thing that happened to me in the past while. Thank you for showcasing more of this awesome collection of games. Good luck, Keeny. Good luck, Uncle Slam. And let's get that Mortal 2. Yes, we are so close. 9,789 out of the 10,000. Let's get that met.
We'll hit it. I know.
We got this. We have $10 from Rotondo that says, I might not get out of the burrows much these days, but even I wouldn't miss this event for all the gout in the world. So happy to see a UFO community reaching more audiences. Good luck, gamers.
Hi, Greg.
I had my suspicions of who that was, but that confirmed it.
Thanks, Rotumbo.
So right here we're picking up the Force mod. It's important to note that we can't actually equip the Flexi mods until we're at one of the purple stations called Gene Pods. So right now I have it, I just can't equip it. Now the next Gene Pod we see is actually locked behind the first major boss of the run. So we can talk about that. So this boss is called the Y-Vanger. To get into a little bit of the lore, the suit we're in is called the R-Vanger. So these Vanger suits are what allow us to flip gravity and do all this crazy stuff. So this boss casually was probably the hardest one I had to go through. Granted, I probably hit it really early and I was ill-prepared, but whatever. So what she can do is she can flip her own gravity, so she can be on the ceiling or the floor at basically any given time. She has a beam sword that she can constantly fire beams of energy at you with, and she has projectiles that she can flood the arena with as well. So it's a very hard, very intense fight, and I'm definitely not going in with full health. So this could be a little bit dicey. We'll see how it goes. 10 health, that's going to be something.
Yeah, the fight gets really bad once it starts. So how about we just don't
False
start
advertising.
Yeah, so right here, you can see what I mean. It's she has wild movement. If you touch her hitbox, oh my gosh, look how much damage that does in the upper left. That's a big yikes. And how much do you guys struggle with this fight casually?
Not a fan of the fact that you're doing this right now. I'm gonna be real.
Oh, I am.
So basically, jokes aside, the start of the fight is triggered by hitting the floor. So if you just flip back to the ceiling as soon as you enter the room, the fight never activates, but her hitbox is still there and she still takes damage. So you can just hang out in the ceiling there.
I love that the hitbox is still takes damage but doesn't damage you for some reason.
There's a hurt box, but no hitbox.
So we have finally equipped the Force mod, and we now have, we equip it to the gravity, which gives our gravity flip the Meteor Stomp ability, which whenever we flip the gravity, we'll pop up a little bit before slamming down, mostly invincible, and doing a big stomp of damage at the bottom. This ability is busted. And will let us break this game wide open. And this is actually some fairly recent discoveries about just how broken this ability is what prompted the reroute. Because we used it to bypass those electric barriers earlier. You're not meant to do that. That's supposed to require the Pulse mod, the electricity-based mod. With gravity flip on that, you can pass through those electricity beams harmlessly. But with the sheer speed the Force mod Gravity Stomp gives you, when you stop it and hit the electricity and it kind of stops you and goes, hey, you shouldn't be allowed to do this, you can just say, no, I think I will, and just flip again, and it will just careen you through the electricity. It takes a lot of damage, which is why we swapped the Heat mod over to the Armor slot for the Magma Tech armor, which reduces all incoming damage by 50%, and also gives immunity to heated rooms, which has pretty much no relevance in this run, but it's a feature of it. You'll note we walk past that tower room. More on that later.
Yeah, for right now, though, we have time for like 1 or 2 quick donations.
I mean, I do just want to say, we're only $46 away from Mortal 2. So get your donations in for that. Oh my goodness, but we got $25 from Heckaroni. Oh, wait, never mind, we met it.
Yeah! Let's go, guys.
Before I even finished my sentence, but real quick here, I do want to get a few more donos in. $25 from Heckaroni. So stoked to see UFO 50 on the big stage. Congrats to Keeny and Slam, and shout out to the UFO 50 community. Play forever.
Yeah, so right here we'll see a boss fight. So look at the hit points in the upper right there at 300. We're about to see what Meteor Stomp can do to bosses. So as you can see, it's a little useful.
Goodbye.
Just a little bit.
All right, coming over here, we have another trick. We're going to try and hit these buttons within 10 frames. A first try, okay.
Nice.
That is not trivial.
If you hit those buttons within 10 frames of each other, the door opens. You're normally intended to bring a different mod that we don't have yet here.
Yeah, the multi-mod, which we'll be getting pretty soon, but yeah.
Not soon enough.
We just sequence break and go through this hallway early. We will be back through this hallway again later, just because of how the routing works out. There's a shield pickup hidden behind this guy. Very useful is that text box that pops up, because when you hit the shield, that's your cue to just stop holding right so you don't hit those spikes.
Yep, so right here I'm going to do kind of a glitchy door entrance here. So I set my gravity so I can just hold left to get through this room. Now the next room has a very precise movement I need to do. So I need to do a meter stomp into the shield, collect the shield, then I need to heal at the gene pod. After that I have to come up to here and hit a projectile before it hits the spikes, so I can iframe abuse through the spikes so I don't take a ton of damage. Get the clone material, which acts as a 1-up. And here, because I have so much damage, I can iframe abuse back through the spikes, heal again as I go into this next boss fight, which is a double crawler boss fight. So since there are 2 of these guys, which you saw before, this fight's probably going to be about twice as hard, I would imagine.
Chat, can you remind me what 2 times 0 is?
Is it 50?
You're right.
Okay, that's what I thought.
It's almost 100.
That was 50 units of difficulty. Please clap.
So I did another skip that you're normally meant to have the multi-mod for. We will get the multi-mod eventually, I promise. But for right now, I'm going to go through a hot room. You'll know it's a hot room because the screen goes pretty red. And you can prevent taking heat damage by equipping the heat mod to your armor, giving you magmatic armor. We're not going to do that here, though, because there's one shield in the section that requires you to blow up an explosive barrel. And you can't do that if you have the magmatic armor. So these are the barrel clusters right here. And that's the shield. Making everything a pain for us, but we do have plenty of health to spare, so it's not a huge deal. Older routes, we did have a lot less health because we came in here a lot earlier, but now it's like so easy to get through without dying. Shoutouts to Spooty again for this reroute.
And also, if you die, you're just going back to the beginning of the room, so it's not a huge amount of progress lost, but obviously, you don't want to lose any progress.
Right. And remembering to poke your head into that room. It's a room we never otherwise go into, but you have to for that map completion.
Yep, otherwise you can't get Sherry, and you get like a 99% completion rate, which I definitely have not done in PB attempts before. No siree.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely not a mistake anyone running Danger Cherry has ever made. Trust me, please, just believe me. I'm not lying to you. I've never done it. Please.
Sarcasm is a smell, right? Anyway, so here's the multi-mod. Again, we can't equip it immediately, but this is basically what we use to fire multiple shots at once in a variety of ways. The main one we'll be seeing is we'll attach it to the gun, so our bullets come out in kind of an arc. You can see that I'm firing 1 at a time here. You'll be able to pretty easily tell that I'm shooting 3 at a time as soon as I equip it. But you do need it for this puzzle right here. Hit these 3 buttons at once, boop, and now we're... Oh, I'm a liar. All right, there we go. So yeah, now at this point, next 2 rooms are pretty self-explanatory. We just kind of like go through, take some minor damage boosts. So, Court, you know what to do.
Absolutely. We've got $100 from Hewhoamareismyself. Oh my gosh, big fan. $100 for my favorite UFO 50 game. All of them, especially many at once in a bingo format. Let me hear your favorites, chat. Yes, I would love to hear everyone's favorite UFO 50 game in the donations.
Would you believe mine is not Vanger?
I would. What is it?
It is actually Party House.
Yeah.
That's wild, buddy.
We do have $25 from SMO that says, hey y'all, shout outs to everyone in the UFO 50 Discord, all in a voice call right now, cheering on Uncle Slam on the big stage. Don't need to get that Mortal 2 co-op run done. And we did get that done. We're going to see that right after this. Thank you all so much.
Yeah, shout outs to Smo, probably the only person on the planet who loves Vanger more than I do.
We got time for more?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
$10 from Val1407. saying, shout outs to Keeny and Slam, two awesome people, friends and pillars of the community.
Love you,
Especially
Val.
Slam, who I have a lot of respect and care for all the moments we spent together. Love this community and y'all forever. Thank you so much, Val.
You're the best. So we should probably talk about electricity here, because these guys are firing it out. Electricity normally sucks in this game because it can very quickly whittle away your health. On top of that, it has kind of its own little mini gravitational field. So not only does it whittle away your health, it keeps you attached to it, so it can whittle away even more. Now, we do have the Force mod equipped to Meteor Stomp, so it's not as bad as it could be. But we're actually on our way to get the Pulse mod, which will mitigate that even further. But for right now, we can do stuff like that. Hello, that was not supposed to happen, but we're cool.
Yeah, those electric hydrants can really ruin your day if you're not paying close attention.
That is what they are, isn't it?
But yeah, we're coming up on the final approach to the fourth of the Flex mods, Pulse mod, which is how you're meant to deal with all of these electricity barriers that we've just been flippantly ignoring at the cost of a little bit of
Flippantly, I
health.
get it.
So, and we will do one last like Force mod flip to just ignore these ones on the left. Yep, just go right through. It's optional.
Yep. So we should probably talk about the mod stabilizers and why those are so important here.
Exactly. So, so far we've only had one mod equipped to each slot, and now unfortunately we have 4 mods for 3 slots. And you may have noticed that red flashing danger. If you have more mods equipped to a slot than you can stabilize, then you start to take damage whenever you perform the relevant action. So if you've overloaded the gun, you take damage when you shoot. If you've overloaded gravity, you take damage when you flip. If you've overloaded the body, you just take increased damage whenever you get hit. So we just have to overload our mods. We're going to overload gun and gravity flip, which is going to make very short work of this crawler at the cost of a little bit of health. We've got another heated room here that, once again, we just can't equip the Magma Tech armor to ignore because there's explosive barrels at the end that we need to take out. There's kind of a recurring trend of that in this game.
The game knows what it's doing and it hates you.
Hostile ladies game design at its finest.
So right here, this is the mod stabilizer. Now, unlike the Flexi mods, you equip this immediately, so we don't have to go back to a gene pod. We get the benefits like as we collect it. So as you can see here now, I can flip and not take damage. I can shoot and not take damage. And because I'm not taking as much damage, I can also take a minor damage boost there. Not required, but it saves a few frames, so why not?
Yeah, you had plenty of health there. You're doing pretty solid here. Not really scared about health here, but we are going to top up our health here as we approach one of the more annoying bosses in the run, the Wizard.
We're off to see the Wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Danger.
So yeah, we got to stop in this room to grab level 3 access. And that will give us the ability to open the boss door to the wizard fight here. Take a backdoor exit through here into this little gene pod room on the way.
Perfect. So the wizard is a lot like Phantoon from Super Metroid in that his movement is very random. He has an attack where he can go invincible while kind of cloning himself. You'll maybe see it. We'll see. But
Yeah, hopefully he kind of stays near our starting position. We can just make quick work of him.
this is exactly like practice.
Yeah, okay, comes back down and take him out.
Okay.
Okay,
That is
sounds
exactly like practice.
Honestly.
The important thing is that we killed him before he did his invincible attack.
Yeah, otherwise you're in for bad time. It wastes like
actually
at
just
least 10 seconds, I
because need to
swear.
get the kid through college. So.
Yeah, no, it can be nasty. But thankfully, through the power of
Grayskull?
that, that and Force Mod Gravity Stomp, we can just melt his health. Plus, the multi-mod heat gun here. So, like I said, heat gun is doubling your shot's power, and with multi-mod, we're shooting 3 shots. If you're at point-blank range, that's, times 3. We're dealing 6 times damage with our shot on top of the meteor stomps. Makes pretty quick work of anything.
Yeah, so right now we're basically just cleaning up the Latum sector. So until we get back to Verity, we have a pretty good gap for donations, Court.
All right, I'm going to keep rolling until you tell me to stop. We've got $25 from Nixel and Nick's mom that says, donating a copy of UFO 50 to MSF. Shoutouts to the runners and all my friends in the UFO 50 community. Put this towards Tunic, since I just heard that Mortal 2 was already met. Yes, we have an incentive for bonus gun percent unrestricted run, so even more Tunic, and you get to see the gun weapon and use a ton of glitches. You absolutely want to see that, so get your donations in for that run. We have $50 from I Love Mooncat. Good luck, UFO crew.
Thanks, Violet.
And we have $600 from spawner of Hewhoamareismyself. There's no comment, that's it. Just an incredibly generous donation. Thank you so much.
What a way for them to phrase that.
I wouldn't do it any other way.
Man, you were just one hit shy of being able to damage boost through those spikes.
I
there.
know.
That's so tragic.
It's hard to do, but
Yeah, so spikes deal 100 damage. So if you're like playing the gold route, it's effectively an instant kill. But since we're doing cherry here and collecting all the health upgrades, we can tank a spike hit. But there are ways to mitigate that, which we will see later. But for now, we are on our way to the Verde sector revisit because we left like about a quarter of the zone unexplored, and with it, a second boss in the area, as well as a power-up that we needed the pulse mod from the Latom sector to be able to get.
yeah. So the next room is the one that has the boss, and this might be the longest one to run. So I am gonna ask you guys to grin and bear it because it's not. Yeah, you'll see.
Yeah, here he is. This guy can waste so much time, but he won't. Oh, he actually did waste a little time.
A little bit, yeah. Part of that was me with a bad flip, but it's okay. So
you
you
don't
got reviews. What?
Go ahead.
I was gonna say we're gonna waste a little bit of health to iframe views through those spikes, but next up we are not far from the next major boss, and his name is Ramses. Now there are two ways we can defeat Ramses in this game. First is by whittling away his health by shooting him with our bullets, and the other way is by returning the slab or suffering his curse. Unfortunately, there is no slab to speak of in Vanger, so we're gonna go with option number one.
And yeah, a little bit of randomness on Ramsey where he decides to fly. We're kind of hoping he comes right towards us.
Ooh, that'll work.
It's not bad. Yeah, that's pretty good.
And uniquely, Ramses does not take damage from the meteor flip, so we do actually have to kill him the old-fashioned way with bullets.
And the Verde boss is down.
It's Ramses.
So gonna overload our gun here for one more instance of overloading as we head back to do the last bit of cleanup we have to do here in Verde sector. So we're gonna be doing a little damage to ourselves every time we take a shot, but we have to load up the pulse mod onto the shot, which essentially pulse mod on the gun slot is essentially wave beam. It makes your gun shoot through walls. And that is the reason we needed to save this visit for later. There's absolutely no way around that we need to be able to shoot through walls to get the mod stabilizer that's at the end of this hallway.
Yeah, this was actually the main reason why the old route visited Latham first and did Verde in one fell swoop, and now it's the opposite, because Spooty discovered some very, very nice... Okay, that's gonna hurt, but it's fine. I forgot what I was saying. Carry on.
Just the discoveries of how we could skip pretty much all of the pulse mod checks that are intended throughout this area with the force mod flip meant that this was the only item that we actually need pulse mod for, and it just so happens it's the closest one to the elevators back to Theta sector. So we just revisit Verde instead of Latom and skim across the top of Verde, and that's done with Verde.
Technically, if you're doing late on first, I'm pretty sure you don't need to ever be in overload just because of when you pick up the force stabilizers. But obviously, it's not that big of a deal.
And conveniently, this also lumps in with the only other, one of the only other instances we need that pulse mod shot to shoot through walls. And it's, right here along the path, just a little side trip back to in front of the heat mod room. Then we're gonna change up to some things we haven't seen yet. We're gonna change the force mod to the body slot and give up the meteor slam for now. And what the force mod in the body slot does is spike reduction. Now spikes only deal 10 damage. And we can pretty much just recklessly plow right into spikes without too much to worry about. We also put multi-mod on the gravity flip, which makes it so that whenever we flip, we spawn a shadow clone that will shoot from that position, which is going to be very useful for climbing this tower from this side. A little bit of a skip there. You just crouch behind that button and you can shoot both buttons at once. And then up here is why we want the shadow clone, because we need to shoot both these green buttons simultaneously. There are a few ways to do that, but the shadow clone is the easiest one.
Eat your heart out, Naruto.
And just gonna take out these guys here as we walk through the spikes, and this is why we equip the spike armor to approach the final boss, or the final boss before the final of the 4 key code bosses that lead to the final boss. Sorry. And we're gonna go ahead and change back to our old layout here, and here's a very challenging boss.
Yeah, so the main way we defeat bosses at this point with this loadout is we treat them like trampolines. That's a major boss.
That boss is really hard, okay? I promise. It's horrible. It's terrible. It's not easy.
I'm with you, Court.
Honestly, I don't even disagree, casually.
Yeah, no, that boss is pretty challenging. Like, it's mostly like an environmental stage hazard type where you've got to watch out for these orbs flying around. He's shooting missiles. You got to make sure you're not falling into the ooze. A whole lot of stuff going on, but no one is immune to becoming a pogo stick.
True.
And we're almost to the final couple of items here. We're just going to go on
that's all
our way
right.
to
So
go back
I
to
nerfed
Pulse Mod to
Pleasure
shoot
to
through the
be
wall
able
here
to
for the
work
final
with
bone
you.
material.
Instead, I am just
Probably
going to
a good
go
time for some
through
donations
our
if you-
segment,
Awesome.
and then we
We
can
have
use
$15
that to
from
our
Winnerbit.
benefit. So
This
we're
run
going to
is so
start off
flipping
with
good.
Ruby.
Great
You're
job
going to
on the
intro
first try,
everybody,
Keystone Glitch.
welcome
I'm
them
so
into the
proud to be a
segment.
member of the
We'll have the
UFO
camera
community.
that's zoomed in
Y'all are
onto
awesome.
you. You're going to say how.
Thank you so much.
Yep, so right here, we're actually back in the first room of the game. Problem is, before that, we didn't have any flexi mods available, so we couldn't flip... Hello. I thought I destroyed that wall. So we couldn't get that clone material hidden in the wall, but like now that we're fully decked out, we got that, and now we've collected all but one of the power-ups in this game, and we're just making a beeline for the final areas now that we've collected everything else. So because we're so close to the end, I hope you guys
Yeah, I
like
can
Marvel
talk for a
movies,
second.
because we are officially in Vanger's Endgame.
And yeah, once again, we're going through heated rooms without the heated armor. Like I said, it's a trend in this run.
Yeah.
I don't think the only time we ever
That's
have
fine.
the heat
So what we're gonna do
armor equipped
is we
is
have-
when we're not in heated rooms at all. But yeah, we can abuse the spike armor here to just kind of
Gotcha.
take some
So we're
shortcuts
gonna
here
start
all
off
the
with
way
Ruby.
up
You're
to
gonna do the
final
intro.
elevator to central
The
control.
camera's going to
Yep,
be
so this
zoomed
room
in
basically
onto
checks, hey, have you beaten all four of the
Once
bosses
that
and got their
is
codes?
done,
Cool, yes, and now we can
we'll
access the final
have-
area. So the rest of the run is basically just a beeline to the final boss, so I'm just gonna shut up and let my commentators take over from here.
Yeah, so this area, this central control, there's only this one biopod at the very start, and it makes for a kind of interesting final area where your route through it is going to change quite a bit depending on what mods you have equipped to what slots. You know, it opens up or closes off certain shortcuts you have available to you. And we've got one last crawler fight here. He's covered in spikes and got little crawler buddies, and we're just gonna say no. He locks all the doors, so we just take the not door option to get out of the room. It's that easy. Slam is likely going to take an intentional death right here just to refill health before the boss. Dying during a boss is generally not advisable. The boss will refill a certain portion of his own health if you die during the fight, so better to take the death just right there for safety and to make sure that we don't die and lose progress in the final boss here.
Hello, Hooper.
Hi, Hooper.
So the first phase is this blue armor at the top is immune to bullets, and if you try and shoot it, it will just bounce off back at you and deal damage to you. So we are only going to pogo stick his head here. He loses the armor for phase 2 and shoots out these electric tentacles, but yeah, he has rendered himself vulnerable to becoming a pogo stick like everyone else, which means he just kind of melts. And then he turns into this horrible eldritch monstrosity in the third phase, where we are just, again, going to treat the head of him just like a pogo stick, and that's going to be the final boss down.
All right,
And
time will be as soon as the final cutscene starts. You'll see like a purple head with tentacles coming out of it. That's when you know time is. We got the cherry. Time. That felt like a really good run.
No 99% gold today.
Hold your applause. Hold your applause. Hold your applause. That's a new world record!
Let's go!
Holy cow! Oh my God.
You can't keep getting away with it.
That did not just happen.
That did not just happen.
While doing an amazing job. Oh my goodness!
It
That
was
is
just the skip at the beginning.
It's meant to be. That's
was
basically
just
the only
the
thing that
skip.
went
Yeah,
like
I'm perfect.
at all poorly.
I'm so after how long that the heat room took, I'm surprised you just smashed it besides the heat room. Like that was so clean.
I have no words.
Congratulations.
Thank you. If you guys want to do some shout outs right now while I remember how to breathe, go for it.
Shout outs to you.
Shoutouts in general to the UFO 50 Discord community at 50games.fans. We've been hearing all of your names and we love you all. Hard to give shoutouts to any individual person, otherwise we'd be here all marathon. There's just so many people. It's such a great place to be.
Yeah, in case you couldn't tell from all the donations coming in, it's a very wholesome place. Lots of people to chat with. Like, even if you like don't want to get into speedrunning and just want to talk about the games in general or the meta story in general, lots of people there to just hang out with who would love to have you. We can't recommend hanging out with us enough.
Or even if you're just stuck on one game and you need help, it's the perfect place to go. Everybody's looking to help everyone get to wherever they want to get with the game.
Yeah, for sure. I will shout out in terms of Vanger. I want to shout out Alex the Dragon and Python, both of whom did like incredible jobs routing the different categories of this game, as well as like Spooty, Keeny. Like this route was like a team effort, like through and through. Like you would not have seen this had not been for all of our efforts combined. So I'm just the nerd who puts it all together. So
yep. Shout outs to all the routers out there, not just for UFO 50, by the way. Like it really is a team effort for almost every game, and I just want to make sure everyone remembers that speedrunning is very much a team game.
Yep. So
are we good to just head straight into Mortal 2?
I think so. If you'd like to
all right.
come right up.
All right, yeah, so I'm actually going to go ahead and start explaining Mortal 2 right now because
be a 2.5 minute
very, very short run.
Thank you to everyone who donated for this. This is going to be so much fun. I can't wait.
So Mortal 2 is the sequel to Mortal 1. Mortal 1 is a very long-winded like puzzle platformer, 10 levels. It's, the speedrun of that is like 17 minutes or something. Mortal 2, on the other hand, is all a single level. It's meant to be kind of open-world exploration where you kind of navigate and learn the layout of the world and piece together how you need to go to reach the final boss and save the fortress.
These two are just going to go straight to the end.
Yeah, so yeah, if you guys are ready to go, we can go ahead and give you a countdown.
Yeah, one thing we'll talk about right now is that two-player mode is effectively the exact same as one-player mode. You just like alternate which one of you is playing. It's kind of like Super Mario Bros. 3, where like it's effectively the same gameplay. It's just you alternate like who has what life. But yeah, we'll just hop into it now. Time begins as soon as I hit 2 players, right?
Yep.
All right, perfect. So time will start in 3, 2, 1. Let's hit it.
Okay, so Mortal and Mortal 2 are all about sacrifice. You have to make sacrifices to make progress and reach your goal. Mortal 2 has 5 classes. Warrior, who is a melee attacker who can form a block to stand on. Gunner, who has a ranged attack and can drop ammo boxes for other units.
We won't see Gunner.
Scout, who is a ninja and can double jump and leave portals for other future lives to take.
We'll see a lot of Scout.
Engineer, who makes pipes, which can allow you to traverse downward through floors. And Bomber, who can self-destruct and destroy obstacles and enemies. So, yeah. You need there's a lot of things you need, and it's a big sprawling world here. There's like a dozen keys that you can collect to unlock these doors. There's 3 switches that work kind of like the Super Mario World switches. You hit them, and then it turns on these blocks, like these yellow outlines right here, to give you more platforms to stand on and maneuver around. But we're going to be skipping most of that. So the 2 main routes that you can take to reach the final boss are the front door of the castle, which we're going to be coming up through here in a little bit, which you need, I believe it's something like 8 or 9 keys to get through. Or you can activate all 3 switches and climb a very long tower through the sewers underneath and come in through a secret passage there and avoid the need for keys altogether. But we're actually going to split the difference. We open the 4 keys here, form a portal here, use the engineer to make a pipe to the top of that tower I was just talking about, and then we're just going to use a ninja portal here and the double jumps to reach the end of the tower without ever activating those switches, bomb our way in, and we're coming up on the final boss already. It's that simple. And unfortunately, yeah, our warrior and our gunner never make an appearance in this route. It just doesn't work out in their favor. But yeah, all we have to do here is set up a portal here, switch to bomber, and we're just going to do 2 bombs to each of these hearts. And then time is going to be shortly after the hearts are destroyed, once after the screen fades out. And yeah, they're pretty much they're killing it. There's a chance this could also be a record. We'll see.
It's not as cool with the second time around, though.
And can we get Gunner some screen time?
Gunner.
No, Gunner. And that's time.
That's time.
Yeah, that's time. What is it? 224, 333, I think is the record.
Something like that.
Yeah, let's. Oh,
okay.
Half a
Really
second. Half a
close.
second.
Amazing job.
And so for reference, in practice, we were 0.1 second, a tenth of a second behind the record. But I'll take second
All right.
place.
Yeah. Second place is still good. Don't look at the boards because there's only one entry, isn't there?
They don't need it. All right. I think that's all from us. Any last notes or shout outs we want to make?
I'm good.
Oh, do we want to talk about Cherry Rush real quick?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
we should.
go for it.
Yeah, so at the end of August, we're going to do the UFO 50 community is going to do a marathon called Cherry Rush, where we will be featuring most, if not all, of the games within UFO 50. You can find about it more in the UFO 50 Discord. It is the official Discord. I don't think it's speedrun specific. So if you want to join that, there's a link to it on the speedrun.com page for UFO 50. Alternately, if you're here or you just want to message one of us on Discord, I mean, my DMs are open. You can just approach me at any point.
Huge shout outs to Matt, who's putting that on and has been an absolute cornerstone of all of the UFO 50 UFO 50 community, bingo and speedrunning alike. I really appreciate what you do, Matt, and we wouldn't be here without you probably. So
Very
Truly one of the
you.
most important people in the community. So that said, I think we're out.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Play
Good job.
forever.
Play forever.